little bit of my background and story, which I've explained on other social medias, but maybe not all of them, is that I started suffering at my family's house at 19 after meeting a guy that lied about being married, perfectly mentally coherent at the time, before, after, during. And I start hearing having tactile hallucinations, constantly taking advantage of me, being aggressive with me. Ongoingly, my family shows signs of trying to get rid of me through their household. While I'm living here, not having any other resources, government doesn't help me. Oftentimes, even instead of helping me into resources, conspiring to getting mental health season me out of false pretext. They conspired just literally on false pretexts. I've been oftentimes multiple people have conspired that I had invalidities that I didn't for why. They had an interest with my life, controlling it even, and they've constantly done this to try to get these saves on me out of false pretext, which I've constantly tried to fight, or I've even put my address out there on my public social media because they consistently tried to attempt to do this, or showed signs of it. The professional fields just came to my doorstep the other day saying that I had, like, they could take me to the hospital if I had things that showing that I would hurt myself. Oftentimes this is manipulated out of false pretext. I'm an adult that can handle their own situations. My family's other than that conspired since I'm an adult that I can't. Out of false pretext, literally just claiming these things. Um, Maybe I have tried to manipulate. I had mental health diagnoses going back into mental health diagnoses I had in childhood, which were controlled ones, and I was mentally coherent then. They may even they've conspired that I somehow changed through them in ways of my mental validity coherency to still conspire that I had invalidities I didn't. Usually that I had symptoms that were helped with these medications or treatments, like in my adulthood with suffering and hearing voices. But I saw most of my family conspiring against me, but except for maybe my dad, who was always there for me in my adulthood with my mental health diagnosis, and people shut him out, and with his cancer diagnosis, saw signs of trying to get predetermined saves with him. Oftentimes, they pay into evidences of what he did and manipulate his actions. He had an ongoing relationship with my mom where he would drink. He was an alcoholic. My mom would get upset at him about things. He may be verbally condescending. They had a pretty abusive marriage on some level or context. Not just my dad, but my mom as well. She threw coffee in his face, threatened to hit him in the back to his face while he was completely drunk to his face. Said that she would hit him in the head with a bat. Oftentimes, I just remember him coming in and talking to her while he was drunk, and her having an attitude with him for that, and mimicking him, and they would be married, and she would not give him any resources because probably, well, she claimed because he would drink.